Hello everybody, this is Overboy, and I'm going to be doing my ranking of the Jonas Brothers albums. So far they have 5 albums and everything, so I'm going to rank them from my least favorite to most favorite. So starting out at number 5 is It's About Time, which is their very first album. This is actually a really rare CD to find. I had to pay like almost $30 to get it off of eBay, and it's not a terrible CD. It has some good songs on there like Bandy and One Day at a Time, and there were a few other songs on there that they sang that were pretty good on there. And it also has their original version of Year 3000, which is a song that made them famous. Which isn't even their song. It was originally sung by somebody else, but they did a cover of it. I can't remember who the original singer was, but I think this is a pretty good album. It's just not one of my most favorites. It's usually my least favorite out of the 5 and everything. So that's number 5, and number 4 is 2009's Lines, Vines, and Trying Times. This movie has quite a few good songs on there, but there's also a few on there that I'm not real crazy for. I think that they kind of rushed releasing this CD and everything, because A Little Bit Longer came out like 6 months before this one, and they just like released it really fast, I guess because of how popular they were at that time, and they wanted to get as much as they could out of them. But I think this was a good CD. It has some pretty good songs on there, like Paranoid, which I think was one of their bigger hits, and it has Fly With Me, which was in the movie Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. I thought that was pretty cool that that song was in that movie. And it also has one of my favorite songs that they did. It was a duet with Miley Cyrus called Before the Storm. I don't think that song was released as a hit, but I really did like that song quite a bit and everything. So it's number 4. And number 3 is 2007's the CD that's just called Jonas Brothers. This was the first one that they did with Disney and under the Hollywood Records label, and it has some of their best songs on there. That's Just the Way We Roll, Hold On, When You Look Me in the Eyes, Year 3000, Kids of the Future. It has all of those great songs on there. And of course my favorite one on there, SOS, which was one of their first big hits as well. But this one also does have some that are like Lines, Vines, and Trying Times. This one has some really good ones, and it has some that I'm not as crazy for either. So it's number 3, and number 2 is the newest one on this list, Happiness Begins. This was their first CD in 10 years, and I just absolutely love this CD. It has really great music on there. It has their newest hits, Sucker and Cool, which Sucker is one of my favorite songs of theirs. So I just absolutely love that song. It's probably my favorite song I've heard in about 10 years and everything. I also like Cool. I think it's pretty good. I didn't like it very much at first when I very first heard it, but as I've re-listened to it over a few times, I've actually really liked it a lot. And I like a lot of the other songs on here that haven't been released to be hits or anything yet. So it's number 2. And my number 1 favorite Jonas Brothers CD is A Little Bit Longer. This is probably their most popular album out of their older ones. It's the one that had quite a few of their best hits and everything. It has a lot of really great songs, and my favorite song from them, Burning Up, which is, like I said, my favorite song of the Jonas Brothers. It's just such a catchy song and everything, but it also has some other really good ones like BB Good, Shelf, a little bit longer, which is about Nick Jonas's diabetes, which is a really relatable song to anybody that has diabetes or has to go through it and everything. And then another, and it has Love Bug, which is another one of their most popular songs and everything. It's just a really, really good album and everything. It's one of my favorite It's one of my favorite albums of all time, and easily my favorite Jonas Brothers album. So anyway, let me know in the comments what your favorite Jonas Brothers album is, and let me know what your favorite song by them is too, and everything. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.